Jaylen Brown's basketball journey is often discussed in the language of modern stardom. All-star selections, deep playoff runs, massive contracts, and the spotlight of Boston's championship expectations. But to understand Brown fully, you have to look beyond the surface of achievement. His story is not simply about talent becoming success. It is about complexity becoming strength. It is about a player who has always carried more than basketball on his shoulders, and who has never been content to be defined by a single label. In a league that often rewards simplicity, quick narratives, easy archetypes, clear hierarchies, Jaylen Brown has always existed as something more layered. His career is not just a rise. It is an evolution. It is a constant act of building, refining, and expanding, not only as an athlete, but as a person. Brown represents a kind of modern player who refuses to shrink into the role the world expects him to play. From the beginning, Brown's life was shaped by structure and intention. Born in Marietta, Georgia, he grew up in an environment where sports mattered deeply, but they were not treated as entitlement. Georgia is fertile ground for athletic talent, a place where competition is relentless and opportunity is earned early. In that landscape, young athletes often feel pressure to become products before they become people. Brown resisted that. His family emphasized education, discipline, and accountability. Basketball was never presented as a guarantee. It was a privilege. It was a responsibility. Even as his talent began to separate him from peers, the foundation underneath him remained grounded. That grounding would become one of the most important forces in his career, because the NBA is not simply a test of skill, it is a test of identity. As a teenager, Brown was already physically impressive, strong, explosive, built like an NBA wing long before he entered the league. But what stood out even then was not just the athleticism. It was the seriousness. Brown approached improvement with focus. He wasn't playing for applause. He was playing for mastery. At Wheeler High School, his dominance was immediate. He overwhelmed defenders with strength and speed, attacked the rim with force, and played with an edge that suggested he understood the game as confrontation. Scouts noticed quickly. Rankings rose. Attention followed. Brown became one of the top recruits in the nation, a player projected toward the NBA before he ever stepped onto a college campus. But hype never seemed to own him. Brown did not behave like someone intoxicated by his own projection. Instead, he behaved like someone aware that projection means nothing without completion. He understood, even young, that talent is not the destination. It is the starting point. That awareness shaped one of the earliest defining decisions of his career, choosing to attend the University of California, Berkeley. For a player of his caliber, the traditional path often leads to powerhouse programs built purely around basketball prestige. Brown chose Cal, a decision that reflected the broader scope of who he was. Berkeley offered academic depth, cultural exploration, and a space where Brown could expand beyond the narrow identity athletes are often forced into. His single season at Cal revealed both his brilliance and his incompletion. Brown was dominant in stretches, attacking with aggression, scoring with physicality, and showing flashes of NBA-level potential. But he was also raw. His jumper was inconsistent. His handle needed refinement. His decision-making could be rushed. College basketball exposed what every transition exposes: the gap between ability and polish. Brown did not hide from that gap. He confronted it. When the Boston Celtics selected him third overall in the 2016 NBA draft, they drafted him not as a finished product, but as a long-term investment. Boston is not a franchise that tolerates softness. It is a city that measures players against history. The Celtics are built on legacy, on banners, on expectation. Brown entered that environment as a teenager, stepping into a locker room filled with veterans, coaches demanding precision, and fans who do not wait patiently for growth. His early NBA years were a test of humility. Minutes were not guaranteed. Roles shifted. Some nights Brown looked fearless, attacking the rim and defending with intensity. Other nights, he looked uncertain, still learning the speed and complexity of professional basketball. Critics questioned his polish. Analysts debated his ceiling. The league, as it always does, began forming narratives quickly. Brown responded with the only answer that lasts: work. Each offseason became a laboratory. Each season became evidence. Brown improved steadily, not dramatically. His shooting mechanics tightened. His mid-range game expanded. His three-point shot became more reliable. His ball handling improved. He began to understand spacing, timing, and how to score within structure rather than against it. What emerged was not just an athlete, but a craftsman. Defense became one of the clearest markers of Brown's seriousness. Many young scorers treat defense as optional. Brown embraced it as identity. He guarded elite wings. He fought through screens. He accepted the physical burden of being Boston's perimeter stopper. Defense is often where stars reveal their commitment to winning. Brown revealed his early. As Boston's roster evolved, Brown evolved with it. Alongside Jason Tatum, he became part of the Celtics' modern core. Their partnership became one of the league's most scrutinized. Fans debated hierarchy. Media questioned compatibility. The basketball world loves to reduce partnerships into competitions, loves to ask who is the guy. Brown never seemed distracted by the noise. He played through it. The playoffs became his proving ground. Brown's game carried an edge in postseason basketball. He attacked defenders with force. He played with urgency. In big moments, he delivered. He showed that his talent was not fragile, that pressure did not shrink him. Yet his journey was not linear. Growth never is. Brown faced criticism for turnovers, for inconsistency, for moments where his handle betrayed him. In the modern NBA, weaknesses are magnified instantly. The league does not allow players to hide. Brown's response was always the same. Return to work, return to refinement. Over time, his offensive game became more complete. He developed counters. He learned how to finish through contact with control rather than chaos. He improved as a shooter off the catch and off the dribble. He became a reliable secondary creator, not just a finisher. What separated Brown was not that he became perfect, but that he became better relentlessly. Off the court, Brown's identity expanded even further. He has consistently demonstrated intellectual curiosity and social awareness. He speaks about issues larger than sport. He challenges stereotypes about athletes. He refuses to be one-dimensional. That complexity has sometimes made him misunderstood. The sports world often prefers athletes to be silent, to perform and disappear. Brown has never accepted that limitation. He has carried himself as someone aware that legacy is not only about points, but about presence. Leadership arrived in his career not through speeches, but through consistency. Brown became a leader through work ethic, through accountability, through showing up in the hardest moments. Teammates respected him because his seriousness never wavered. Coaches trusted him because his commitment was constant. His all-star rise was not sudden. It was accumulated, built season by season through refinement. Brown became one of the league's premier two-way wings, capable of scoring 25 points on any night while defending the opponent's best player. The Celtics' deep playoff runs sharpened his legacy. Eastern Conference Finals battles, finals appearances, heartbreak, and resilience. Brown lived through the full emotional cycle of contention. Those experiences shape players differently. Some fracture under expectation. Brown hardened. In 2023, his career reached a financial and symbolic peak when he signed one of the largest contracts in NBA history. The deal reflected not only production, but belief. Boston committing fully to Brown as a franchise pillar. As of recent estimates, Jaylen Brown's net worth is believed to fall between $60 and $80 million, earned through NBA contracts, endorsements, and long-term investments. His financial success mirrors his basketball journey, built steadily, earned through growth, sustained through professionalism. But wealth does not define him. What defines him is intention. Jaylen Brown represents a modern athlete who refuses to be reduced. He is not just a scorer, not just a defender, not just a celebrity. He is a player committed to expansion, of skill, of identity, of legacy. His story is still unfolding. Championships remain ahead. The prime continues. The pressure remains. But what is already clear is that Brown's journey is not about arriving early. It is about arriving fully. He did not simply enter the NBA. He built himself into it. And in doing so, he has become more than a player. He has become a symbol of growth through complexity, of resilience through refinement, of greatness through intention. Thank you to all the fans for watching and supporting this story. Your appreciation for dedication, your respect for evolution, and your love for basketball's deeper journeys give meaning to careers like Jaylen Brown's. If you enjoyed this long-form documentary, please like, share, and subscribe. More powerful basketball stories are coming, and we sincerely thank you for being part of the journey.